Let me introduce to you what is amylase enzyme. Amylase is an essential enzyme widely used in food industry, especially in baking. It breaks down starch into simple sugar to enhance the quality of baked goods. Found naturally in humans, plants, and microorganisms, amylase plays a crucial role in various biological and industrial processes. So, how does this amylase enzyme looks like? Amylase enzyme is a globular protein with compact and rounded structure. It also consists of three main domains. The first one is domain A, which is the catalytic domain. Next is domain B, which is the substrate binding domain. And lastly is domain C, which is the C-terminal domain.
Now I will explain how amylase, a key enzyme in the food industry, works to break down starch into simpler sugars. Amylase operates through a process called hydrolysis, where water is used to break the bonds between glucose units in starch. Let's break this mechanism into three simple steps. First, amylase recognizes specific bonds in the starch molecule, known as glycosidic bonds, and attach itself to these sites. These bonds are what hold the glucose units together, forming the long chains of starch. Once attached, amylase acts like molecular scissors. It hydrolyzes the bonds by using the water, splitting the starch into smaller molecules. Depending on the type of amylase, alpha amylase cut bonds within the starch chain, producing fragments like maltose and dextrins. Beta amylase works from the ends, nipping off maltose units step by step. And glucoamylase goes further, breaking both linear and branch chains to release glucose. Finally, the simpler sugars like maltose or glucose are released, ready to be used in food production. These sugars are essential for processes like fermentation in brewing or sweetening in syrup production.
Amylase plays a key role in bread making by breaking down starch into sugars during fermentation. These sugars are consumed by yeast, producing carbon dioxide and ethanol. The carbon dioxide gas gets trapped in the dough, causing it to rise and form a light, airy structure. Amylase also enhances bread quality by improving its flavor, color, and texture. The extra sugars produced triggered the Maillard reaction during baking, leading to a golden brown crust and richer flavor. Furthermore, breaking down starch into sugars result in a softer and more elastic crumb structure. This will improve the bread overall texture and mouthfeel. The other application in amylase is in brewing. Amylase is essential in brewing as it breaks down starches in malted barley into fermentable sugars. This process is crucial for producing a fermentable broth directly and influencing alcohol content, flavor, and overall beer quality. The enzyme ensures efficiency starch conversion by breaking starches into simple sugars, which yeast will be used during fermentation to produce alcohol. Amylase also affect the types of sugar available and influencing the production of esters, phenols, and other flavor compounds that shapes the beer aroma and taste. Finally, amylase promotes consistency in brewing by providing a steady sugar supply for yeast fermentation, and it will ensure a uniform result across batches.
Besides that, amylase also play a critical role in the fruit juice and beverage making. Amylase is used for juice clarification. Amylase breaks down starch in fruit juices, removing cloudiness and improving clarity. For example, it is commonly used in apple, pear, and grape juice productions. Besides that, amylase also improves filtration. By hydrolyzing starch, amylase prevents clogging and enhances filtration efficiency. In pear juice production, this speeds up the process and improves filtration. Next, within the productions, amylase converts starch into glucose and maltose syrup used as sweeteners. For instance, in sport drinks, it creates maltose syrup to provide athletes with a quick energy source. Apart from that, amylase also used in the confectionery making. Firstly, in candy production, amylase converts starch into glucose and maltose, ensuring the desired sweetness and texture for candies, caramels, and gum. For example, in caramel production, it gives a smooth texture and rich sweetness. Secondly, it improves texture and stability. Amylase prevents sugar crystallization, leading to smoother textures and longer shelf life. In gummy candy production, it ensures a soft, chewy texture. Thirdly, in syrup manufacturing, it produces high glucose and maltose syrup, adding sweetness and a glossy finish to confections. A common example is high fructose corn syrup, made by breaking down cornstarch, which is then used in the candies and syrup.
Okay, so now let's explore how amylase brings efficiency, quality, and cost savings on the table. First, amylase improve efficiency. Okay, imagine how long it would take to break down a starch into sugars without this enzyme. This enzyme speed up the process, saving lot of production and making everything more efficient. Second, it also enhance product quality. For example, in sweetener production, amylase ensure the sugar content and flavor are consistent, which is so important for things like syrup or process of food. In baking, it helps create softer bread with a better texture and a natural sweetness. And the last one is it also cost effective. Using amylase means you don't need harsh chemicals or expensive methods to process the starch, and then this will cut down for the cost for manufacturers while also being better for the environment. Okay, so that's all for the benefit.
For conclusion, amylase is an enzyme with significant applications in the food and beverage industry. This is due to the ability to break down starches to simple sugar. This is vital in many processes such as bread making. The enzyme not only helps to enhance fermentation process but also enhance the texture and the flavor of the baked goods. It's quite the same in brewing process. Amylase play the role of converting starches to fermentable sugars. Amylase is also used in fruit juice and beverage production. This enzyme helps to improve clarity, filtration, and the sweetness. Amylase enzyme is also applied in confectionery, which helps to achieve desired sweetness, texture, and consistency. There are a lot of benefits of enzyme in food and beverage industry. For example, enzyme can improve efficiency, enhance product quality, and also cost effective. In conclusion, amylase is an enzyme that is considered as invaluable tool for optimizing production processes and fulfilling consumer demands for high quality and innovative food and beverage products.